Despite Sunday's heartbreaking playoff loss, the Arizona Cardinals, you know what? They're coming off their best season in franchise history. Let's not forget.
That's right. The team certainly has a lot to be proud of, especially all the work players and coaches are doing in the community. Please welcome Christine Arians, wife of head coach Bruce Arians and the founder of the Arians Family Foundation.
Welcome!
Yay! So glad you're here. First, I just have to say your husband has the most swag. Any coach in the NFL. He is so cool.
He is cool.
At this point, he has to be cool. You know, that's his trademark. So
yeah, got to keep that up.
Has to keep that up.
Well, let's talk about all of the work, because you know what, a lot of people cannot forget about what you guys do for our community besides entertain us on the football field. But you and your family's foundation are really working hard to help an organization called CASA. Tell us what CASA stands for and what that means.
Yeah, CASA stands for Court-Appointed Special Advocates, and they're trained volunteers that are appointed by the court, so they have a court order that allows them access to children's records and stuff. And these are for children who are in the court system due to abuse and neglect. So they haven't done anything wrong.
Right.
But now the state has custody of these children and is required to take care of their needs.
And for years you worked as a family law attorney. You described it yourself as a broken family attorney. These kids are so vulnerable. Why is it so important for you to make sure that you give back to that population?
Well, you know, I don't know how to save the world, but I do know how to help one child at a time. You know, just to be a caring, consistent adult in a child's life can change a child's entire future.
Absolutely.
So when I discovered the CASA program, we were living in Indianapolis. My husband was coaching Peyton Manning at the time. And I thought, so while I was waiting to get admitted to the bar, I see this article in the newspaper, and I thought, oh my gosh, I have to sign up for this and find out what it's all about. So I went through the training, took a class, ended up working as the attorney for that organization, but realized how heart-fulfilling it is to be able to help a child in that way.
That's
and
awesome.
believe it or not, I keep in contact with that original family, my first case,
Really?
15 years later.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes. And you know, I think what a lot of people don't realize is that even to become a court-appointed advocate, it's a process. I mean, we're talking background checks, we're talking classes and badges, and our volunteers still needed. I can't imagine they're not.
Oh, there's a vast need in Arizona.
Yes.
I mean, in Maricopa County alone, we're at probably about 14,000 kids in out-of-home care. You know, maybe 1,000. And I know it's the last number's probably less than that. Have a CASA. The rest of those kids are in the system on their own, basically. You know, in a foster home, sometimes moved from home to home, or, God forbid, a group home. I call them orphanages because that's basically what they are.
Yes.
You know, it's just a place to warehouse those kids until they age out of the system.
Yeah.
So sad. And you work with the Zone. You are the owner of the Zone, which is a relaxation. Zone is, and the proceeds from the Zone go to the Arians Family Foundation.
That's exactly right. We're always trying to scheme up ways to keep the foundation funded. So someday when we're gone, you know, hopefully there will be an endowment and things can keep happening. So the Zone is a device that I discovered when we were living in Pittsburgh. My doctor had one in her office, and she convinced me to try it. And, you know, the thing about the Zone is you get hooked after a couple times. So I just kept using it. And then we moved here, and, you know, my husband's one of those guys that runs on adrenaline all the time.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
I could never how to relax. Yeah, that's exactly right. And so I started looking around for one here in the Valley of All Things Alternative, and there wasn't one. So I started looking into things, and you know, I didn't really know where to go, how to do it, and then I met my partner Barbara St. John. She and I clicked immediately. The office next to hers was open, and she agreed, yeah, let's do this together. So Barb's a life coach and a grief counselor, so it was perfect for her clientele. And she knew how to take this even further than it was
That's
in the
wonderful.
beginning.
And all of the proceeds, again, going to the Arians Family Foundation. It's been a delight. We could talk to you all hour. If you'd like more information about the foundation and how you can help, you can visit sonoranliving.com. We have information there.
Panthers, Broncos. Quickly. Come on, Chris. Come on. You have to do it.
I'm rooting for the Broncos.
Okay, all right. All right. You heard it right here. All right, when we come back, we're heading back into the kitchen. Georgians on